Let me start this edition of my COVID-19 roundup by pouring one out and saying rest in peace to strip clubs and strip club guy. No, strip clubs are not going away. But according to TMZ, they're about to become a shell of what they once were. TMZ has a, quote, source in the strip club industry, end quote. Because, of course, they do. If one news outlet was going to have a source inside the strip club industry, it's TMZ. But to be fair, TMZ's got pretty much a source in every industry. According to their source, more changes are coming to nudie bars. For starters, the source says gloves and masks are on their way in. Lap dances are on their way out. So not only will all patrons of the club be required to wear masks, but the dancers will as well. On top of that, a no contact order is going to be in place, which means lap dances are going the way of Blockbuster Video. Strippers will be rocking extra gear and not allowed to perform lap dances. So at that point, you kind of have to ask yourself, what is the point? I'm not looking to talk anybody out of anything. I'm not looking to talk or take any money off anybody's table or out of anybody's pocket or food off anybody's table. I'm not even a strip club guy. Contrary to what that one moron in Detroit would say, who would go to a strip club and play video poker and get the high score, or Miss Pac-Man and get the high score and put my name on it. For the last time. If I were in a strip club, I would not be playing Miss Pac-Man. And if I got the high score, I would not put my name on it because then people would know I was in a strip club playing video poker or Miss Pac-Man. Anyway, I'm not a strip club guy, but I'm also not naive. I know what happens in there. And right about now, strip club guy who's already been locked up for nearly 2 months has got to be crushed. How is strip club guy going to fall in love with Destiny and Brandy and Crystal? More importantly, how are Destiny and Brandy and Crystal going to make money off of strip club guy? It's not going to be as effective when Brandy and Crystal and Destiny say, you're not like all the other guys in here. You're funny. You're smart. You're interesting. I like you. By all indications, quote, the source inside the strip club industry says that when these changes come, they're here to stay. So now you got to wonder about the industry itself. Is it here to stay with all these changes? Because a strip club with extra clothing and no lap dances is not really a strip club. Then it's more of a pandemic peep show for desperate weirdos. R.I.P. to strip clubs and strip club guy. A guy that Rex in the ABQ laid out a few years back.
Is there anything more pathetic in this world than middle-aged strip club guy rolling into the lot at 11:30 a.m. on a Tuesday in his vet and tossing the keys to the valet, who proceeds to shoehorn that piece of crap between two lifted Dodge Rams? Then this guy comes back as receding widow's peak before hitting up the ATM in the club with a $9 withdrawal fee, then proceeds to chat up the bartender while partaking in the, quote, prime rib buffet that still has marks where the jockey was hitting it.
Hey, Rex, you see how much better you are when you're off-brand? You see how much better you were back in the day, Rex, before you started to give the 4 people on Twitter what they wanted? See how much better you are when you're not talking about bodily functions, Rex? Like, you have game, Rex. You can do better. You can be better. You're a guy that could get racked. You're a guy that could actually be in the smack off and make a difference. You can do it, Rex. And while we're bearing a certain type of guy, let me also take this opportunity to bid farewell to excessive speeding guy. It's no secret the freeways and surface streets have been emptied during the coronavirus lockdown. And despite the lack of traffic on the busiest roadways, some motorists have taken dangerous advantage of all the newfound real estate. I see this every single day on my commute. You know what I'm talking about. If you've been on a freeway since the start of March, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a freaking Autobahn out there. People are flying. Like it's not good enough that you can get somewhere in half the time it used to take because there's nobody on the highway, nobody in the freeways. Some jackwagons got to go all Jimmy Johnson with it and ride your ass until you move over so they can speed by at 95. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was going 75 on the way to work this morning, and I saw some a-hole blow right by me. He had to be going 100. I mean, wasted me, and I was going 75. It's not your imagination either. The CHP has noticed. They've set up a 4-hour, or they did set up a 4-hour sting operation in Orange County last week where they wrote over 150 speeding tickets in 240 minutes. According to the California Highway Patrol, citations for driving over 100 miles per hour are up 87% compared to this time last year. So cops are all onto you, leadfoots, who've got the cinder block smashed down on the pedal. Like, here's an idea. Just go 75 and call it good. Go 15 over instead of 40 over. How hard is that? It's still a big win. Avoid the ticket. Avoid killing somebody because no traffic was not enough of a silver lining for you. Soon you'll be bumper to bumper again. Enjoy the drive while you still can. Could be worse. Excessive speeding guy could be excessive strip club guy. That guy doesn't get to do his thing right now. And won't be able to do it for a long, long time. Try to keep it under 100 if it's not too much to ask. And for a lot of you, it is. I see it every single day. SoCal Jeff tweets, so that's how Eric in Orlando affords his yachts. He's TMZ's strip club source. Probably makes hella cash.
Number 4, we're going to slide over to the Mons Venus in 2001. Have you heard of those places, Jim?
No, I have not. I know nothing about establishments like that.
They are by far 5-star, the best topless, bottomless, full hands-on strip clubs in Florida. And then we're going to drag as many of those.
And number 6, you're done, and probably for good, Eric. That did not go well for you, Eric. I know you thought you sounded cool when you went with that. That did not go well at all. This is the same guy that glossed the flight deck. Isn't that incredible? Johnny Scabs tweets, Rome, these new changes are really going to make affording college really difficult. Signed strippers. Chris no longer in St. Pete. There is nothing hotter than strippers with rubber gloves and no lap dances. Signed scrambled porn channels and trying to get it clear for a second.